Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Elite Clockman here. Episode 38 of SKIBIDI Multiverse was just released, and my god, it really didn't disappoint. The episode was a pure 6 minutes and 37 seconds of pure fighting and epicness. Every Titan on the scene is going absolutely wild, and the toilets will soon be cooked, or are they? It looks like the fish-faced toilet is giving Titan Speakerman and Titan Drillman a run for their money, a 2 volts 1, and Bro is still standing. Titan TV Man is officially the most savage among the Titans, as he pulled the most daring move I've ever seen and made the toilet scientist piss his pants. But the best part is that we finally got the Pencil Titan, but not a pencilman, but a mommy Titan pencil woman. But before we get to all that, please make sure to like and subscribe, and I will make sure to rizz up the new giant mommy in the show. Anyways, here we go. After the usual black screen giving credits to the original creator to Fuck Boom, our episode starts off with the face-off between the fish-faced Titan, the rock and roll Titan Speaker Man, and Titan Drill Man, aka my man Steve, after we were left on a cliffhanger in the middle of episode 37 part 2, as we see the red Titans charging towards the fish-faced giant toilet with Titan Speakerman on top of the little Steve. We start off with the rock Titan Speakerman using Titan Drillman as a trampoline, doing a front flip, and using the back of his guitar axe to smash Fishface in the back of his skull. You might be wondering why he didn't use the blade of the guitar axe to split his head in half. At first I was also confused, as Titan Speakerman was indeed a flashy guy, but wasn't the type to waste time or put on an unnecessary show in battle. But then I noticed the spark at the axe impact, due to 2 HRD metals coming in collision with a huge force. Fishface has a strong skeleton, and his head is also covered in metal, so using the other side of the guitar axe would have undoubtedly made more damage to the precious axe than that thing's skull. But the impact did some damage. If you pause at the right moment, you can see the monster's eye coming out of his skull. Bro turned to a Saturday morning cartoon for a moment. Anyways, after Titan Speakerman managed to literally smash the man's eyeball out of his head, Titan Drillman saw an opportunity and took it. Steve bit the fish-faced toilet's arm with all of his strength and dragged him Godzilla-style by the arm before throwing him into the air. And just to make sure that the toilet's fall will be painful, Titan Speakerman used his guitar to blast that thing and smash it to the ground. The two Titans are restless and perfectly tag-teaming Fishface. Just as the SKIBIDI hit the ground, Big Steve jumped on top of him and tried to bite his head off. But Fishface had really good reflexes for someone almost as big as Titan Drillman. He dodged the attack and tried using his saws to cut off Steve's face off, but Titan Drillman managed to get the saws off himself. You can see how the Titan was in pain. Fish-Face Toilet took the chance and grabbed the Titan's tail. Call this man DBZ Goku because he spinned Steve like it was Frieza and was so strong that he managed to lift the biggest Titan out here and throw him like a frisbee. Bro thinks that this is the Olympics. Fish-Face threw the red giant into the other Titan's direction, but just before the impact, Titan Speakerman used his guitar axe to stop the crash. The sound wave was strong enough to stop Titan Drillman in mid-air, but smooth enough to not hurt him. It was just right, proving once again how much of a prodigy is Titan Speakerman, as he already mastered his new powers, even though it is literally the second time he used it in a fight. After that, Titan Speakerman charged at the toilet and used every gun in his arsenal to damage the SKIBIDI. A clever lad he is, he decided to use his flight and mobility and use long-ranged attack to gain the upper hand, because Fish-Face Toilet was melee fighter with no ranged attacks. But Titan Speakerman underestimated the guy, as the SKIBIDI grabbed a rock and threw it at the flying red Titan. It looks like this guy was so strong that the only way to beat him was to immobilize him first, so Titan Drillman used the confusion and went underground. A second after you see Fish-Face Loki panicking, wondering where a shiny red giant with a drill as a face disappeared, when suddenly Titan Drillman grabbed the monster by the legs and dragged the lower half of his body underground. Seeing that opportunity, Titan Speakerman quickly landed and tried to kill the monster by using his axe, the blade part this time. I really thought that they got him this time, but no. The man grabbed the axe by using his teeth and even tried to slash Titan Speakerman in half, but thankfully the metalhead dodged at the right time. After that, Fish-Face let out a giant scream and freed himself from the red giant's grip. The two Titans regroup. We then see Fish-Face looking at his leg, all that work and they only managed to damage the left leg armor. And that's the end of the first fight scene. Honestly, shout out to the fish-face toilet. Bro is the only giant toilet with legs, and was able to go toe-to-toe with not one but two titans. Bro isn't even tired, he truly is on titan level. In the next scene, we switch to the fight between the giant toilet scientist and the purple menace titan TV man. And let me tell you, bro was over this like back in episode 31 when he said to Titan cameraman, "Let's finish this." He wasn't joking. You see, Titan TV man always enjoyed fighting, but this time he wasn't playing around. Just look at the way he is fighting. Titan TV man pulled out his sword and started to walk the scientist down. You can see the fear coming out of his eyes to the point where he started to lose whatever hair he has left. But then the brainless cyborg's toilets from Invincible tried to jump him. Little did they know this guy was not to be messed with. As four charged from the front, one tries to take him by the sides. Bro didn't even look. He just grabbed by his neck and broke it. But that one had it pretty easy as the next one got his face burned by the lasers. Number 3 tried the headbutt, but got one punched. Quattro just got a mean slash. As for the last one, Titan TV man grabbed him by the head, and we see him dead in the next scene. Most likely got his neck broken. At this moment, the scientist realized that he is no predator, but the prey, as he launched an all-out laser attack on Terminator TV man. In the next scene, we switch to female 08 from SKIBIDI squad on the wall, with a giant cannon aimed at the purple Titan. We then hear a conversation between her and Leonardo. She asked him if he was doing good, to which he sarcastically responded by telling her to define good, because he was trying to hold off Titan cameraman with some other cyborg. And bro brought a gun to a Titan fight. We then hear him calling the giant cannon with 08 the Titan killer. But then something big happens, because as the female toilet was about to fire the gun, we see the pencil helicopters creating some kind of green portal. Something big was coming, but she had to ignore it, or else the scientist will end up in cubes. After that, she managed to hit Titan TV man with the weapon in the heart. I really thought that we lost the big man, but no, the weapon immobilized him. Seeing this, the scientist smirked as the Titan used his screen protector to switch to defensive. Then the old fart went all out on the lasers before the cyborg started to tear him apart.
But what follows was straight up badass. Titan TV man was now beyond furious. As he removed his screen protector, we see that his screen is now red. Titan TV man let all his rage out. A new power was now used by the Master of Space as he launched a fire wave like no other before. Turning the cyborgs to ashes, the whole place was now on fire. Then Terminator TV man looks at the camera as the screen starts to glitch. It might seem like this is normal as we saw this multiple times, but keep in mind that this time there is no POV cameraman. That means that the Titan's power was transcending dimensions and was affecting us, the watchers of the show. The bald toilet was now pissing his pants as Titan TV man charged while screaming kneel. His TV powers were so strong that looking at him set the scientist on fire. Speaking off, the purple menace was also on fire like he came straight from hell. The scientist tried to use his giant speaker to gain some time, but Titan TV man was done playing. He dashed at the scientist and stabbed him in the chest and yelled, "Kneel!" In other words, kneel and say your last prayers. Your God is right here. The heat was so high, the TV power so intense that the screen almost completely glitched as the face of the giant scientist Mecha started to melt. Toilet scientist lost. Titan TV man won. This one scene became one of my favorite and will be remembered as one of the best moments in the series. And after that scene, I can assure you that it is impossible to stay straight with him around. He truly is a purple menace, and the best is yet to come. In the next scene, we see 08 reloading the gun. While this scene might seem only for the show, something seems odd. The weapon seems pretty advanced for the SKIBIDI toilets. The bullet is like an orange marble gem that connect to the gun using electric bolts similar to those of Counter Titan and Alpha. This gun was not from Earth, and the focus on the bullet and the gun itself makes us understand that it is not the last time we see this weird technology. Speaking of Counter Titan, we got to see him in the secret scene of episode 37. He was able to regenerate in a cave and is fully back online. I will skip the detail. He went rogue as he defied his master by not returning to the ship and can only think of one thing: killing the Titan that humiliated him in episode 29 part 2. Titan Clockman, and is out for revenge. so he should be returning any time now. Anyways, just as the Titan was about to get finished the scientist, he got hit with another Titan killer shot in the leg this time. Now he was down on his knees as the scientist escaped once again. A cyborg tried to attack him, but was pinned to the wall by a supersonic pencil. And then, we see the most majestic, gorgeous creature on the wall. A Titan, a giant female mommy Titan pencil woman. That was the happiest moment of my life, including my wedding night. Let's take a quick look at her design. Unlike the other Titans, she doesn't seem to carry a melee weapon with her. She wears high heels and a fancy royal-like outfit. Not recommended for hand-to-hand, even thought she has claws. A green aura is surrounding her, while other Titans looks mechanic. She, on the other hand, looked more like a witch or an enchantress. Her core seems to be super advanced and really powerful. We also notice giant pencils on her back, and unlike other pencilmen, her body is not drawn but a highly advanced, gorgeous, stunning, hot, real mechanical. This very character is very precious, as she is not only the sole female Titan, but the only pencil woman we know of. So not only is she the Titan of the pencil race, but also the only girl among them, making her Chief Pencilman's only daughter, and the princess of the pencil race. Her importance is reflected by the way she arrived at the battlefield. Since she uses a portal summoned by pencil helicopters, it means that she will never be ambushed on the way, and never alone, as there is always an escort with her like the queen she is. Her arrival was unexpected by the toilets, as we can see the despair in the eyes of female 08. As soon as she arrived, a legion of SKIBIDI helicopters came to greet her, but then she activated her core and managed to create a perfect replica of the toilet's air force. They were made perfectly and were even able to replicate the missiles. While she swiftly dodged the attacks, it looked as she was dancing in the battlefield. Then she managed to quickly draw missiles using the pencils on her back. A rain of pencils submerged the battlefield. She really is a long-ranged fighter. In front of such a massacre, Leo ordered his allies to take cover. We then see Titan TV Man looking at her with a glad look on his face, before heading towards the tower to take down the final boss. Wounded by the Titan killer and weakened after using this self-harming, angry form of his that settled him on fire, will Titan TV Man see the end of this battle? And what will happen to him knowing that the strongest foe is yet to come? And that's the end of this episode. I really want to see more of Titan Pencil Woman. She really is an intriguing character. Even saying her name is satisfying. My friends, we have reached the end of this video. Please make sure to like and subscribe, and I will date Titan Pencil Woman. See you soon, my friends.